take a load off and grab a seat. Pull up a chair, prop up the feet, that's fine by me. Fine by me. Yeah, it's podcast time. Who is that on the Howie Mandel podcast?
Who?
Howie Mandel's podcast with Bill Burr, and then supposedly his secret Billy Corgan, his secret
Yeah, the lead
half
singer of
brother.
Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah.
Yeah, the lead. Yeah, his
Did
half
you
brother.
investigate that? Is that true? Is Bill Burr and Smashing Pumpkins brothers?
I think they might be. I don't
They
know.
look alike. They're both assholes.
Yeah.
I think that's right. I always thought I knew Bill Burr had like a brother or something that
That would be pretty
was
insane.
also in the industry.
Yeah, well, they do favor quite a bit.
Yeah.
Can we pull a picture of them up side by side? Is that something we can do on the podcast?
What's the other guy's name?
Billy Corgan and Bill Burr. They weren't very creative with their first name, if they are brothers.
Billy Corgan addresses the Bill Burr half brother
Yeah, I think
situation.
it's just a joke.
Yeah.
But they do look a lot alike, and they sound alike, and they have like mannerisms that are.
Do you think Bill Burr? Oh, so you think it's a joke that everybody's in on? Like
It's
inside?
yeah, yeah. It's just a joke.
Okay.
But now I do think Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson may, in fact, be half brothers.
There is something about that, ain't there?
There is. They have never. They kind of play along. Look at that. Man, for the
Pretty
listeners, we're looking at Bill Burr and Billy Corgan, the lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins. And
The
they
lead
could
singer of the Smashing Pumpkins.
They look more like me and my brother, you know.
I get it. Yeah, don't even try to finish that. I get it, Josh. I'd hate to see you stumble through that.
I did. I was retarded for a second. I've been
All right,
lacking
Nick,
sleep.
can you sit down for a minute and tell everybody what show this is?
No. What does he do? He's not ready. He said he was ready.
I am. I was getting out of the shower.
That's a lie.
At
You are not ready.
7:02. Yeah.
They don't know it's 7:02. It could be 5 a.m. to the people listening.
It could be. It's 5.
What show are we listening to?
This is the Fine by Me podcast.
Finally, golly.
Ooh-wee.
You're welcome, guys.
Thanks, man. Now we can start.
Long cold open there.
Cold.
Dedicated.
Ice cold.
He had to go get his the rest of his mouse detective costume together.
My ensemble, Josh.
Ensemble. That's the word. So, what have y'all been up to?
An ensemble can be like the clothes that you're wearing, but could also be like a group of people dancing or something.
I told you about using them big words around me.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
Buddy of mine, we were eating dinner probably a few months ago, and I said something like lethargic. I said, he was talking about like his animal or something. And I was like, oh man, I said, it's not good when they act like that. And he's like, I told you quit using them big fucking words around me. And I said, lethargic? He goes, yeah, man. He just said they're sleepy or some shit.
Yeah, why
I said, okay.
I mean, relax. I mean, you kind of got on to me for saying affluent twice, so.
Well, that's fluid though. Like when I haven't heard that word.
I think the problem was you said it too close to each other.
That's what it was.
Well, I said affluent on the podcast, and then I said it to you guys in confidence.
Oh, well, see, that's where you messed up. You didn't put anything in confidence with us. We had to take you back down. We seen that confidence and had to shut it up.
Yeah. I'm thinking about becoming a notary.
God, dude, just something every day.
Yeah.
It's not difficult. It's like $30, and you just go down.
Are you gonna feed your family
you don't have
on your notary
felonies or whatever
on your notary salary?
Yeah, I think you're supposed to offer a lot of your services for free, just because there's like a good moral standing with being a notary. I feel like a notary that charges a lot is probably a swindling piece of garbage.
I really should.
Is that going to be you?
I really should have capitalized whenever I had my notary. Because I had one in Kentucky, and then I moved to Tennessee, and then it becomes void after I come down here. So,
yeah, you could have been in the depths of some dirty deals.
Why are you getting into why, Nick? What is this?
I don't know. I just
he's an insurance guy, so I understand. Like he probably had it. Maybe it was part of the deal.
Yeah, Progressive or my company,
Right.
not
It's like nobody like
State
what are
Farm
you?
paid for it for me.
Is this just you diversifying pressure washing or?
this is the first time I've thought about it. This is the first time I've ever
Oh,
even had the thought. Yeah.
well, I'll go ahead and squash that in the bud for you real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not
Well,
going to think about it anymore after this.
Yeah, dude.
Mm-mm.
All right. So anyway,
anything else, Nick? Have you been saving
Josh, do you
people
have a
from?
jacket on inside?
yeah, dude, I just got home. It's been raining outside. You got a flannel shirt on. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I don't have anything on underneath it.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I see your style. I don't take pointers from you.
Okay. I might
Nick,
look dumb, but I look cool doing it, you
Like a
know?
gay Westerner.
Yeah. I want
uh,
to be a gay cowboy, baby.
so I could give your, I guess your, what grandpa broke Black's Mountain.
Broke blacks.
And also, I'm anemic. So what else you got to say? I'm cold all the time.
He
Um,
ain't got a leg.
I got I got bit by a deer tick. I think the head's still in me.
You'll
So
probably have what I have. You might as well go and eat as much steak as you can.
yeah, I had steak for dinner tonight. Might be the last
Yeah,
time I ever have it.
might be. You know, if you swell up, you break out. You do look a little red.
I'm always a little red, Josh.
You just got out of the shower too.
Those are my emotions trying to seep their way through my pores.
Do you sing in the shower?
I sing everywhere I go. I
Or you
don't
got
have
a
to be
song
naked
in
to
your
sing.
heart? You got a
Yeah.
song in your
Is it
heart.
more so in the shower though?
That's what I mean. Like, do you get in there and belt it out?
No, not really, man. I
I
don't
don't.
really take.
I'll say I'm
You just
singing.
take your phone in there and try not to get it wet while you beat.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Put
every
it in
now,
a
like
Ziploc bag.
if I take a
Risky
shower,
behavior.
it's like
Ziploc bag.
5
Put it
minutes.
inside a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, yeah.
You better get it on the right one before you put it in there, though.
I had a couple girlfriends that didn't like me. They wanted me to take my phone in the shower. You know, they didn't. They couldn't do it that 10 minutes without me. So I'd put it in Ziploc bags and text while I
What?
was in the shower. Yeah,
At the FaceTime them while you're using their washer?
yeah. This is like high school.
That's so
I would have
retarded.
told him no.
I just turned gay, probably.
I'm gonna try dudes for a little bit.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Oh,
What's this map you got behind you?
Oh,
is
that's
it-
how big the United States of America is now.
Yeah, that's
You get
Africa
everybody
right
confused.
there.
Trump put this map out today.
Africa about the
Australia
size
fits
of
in there.
Georgia.
We get all of them. Africa, we got all of them. We ain't even got to worry about Greenland no more. We got Africa.
Russia.
Africa's about the size of Georgia there.
I saw a thing the other day about Africa, and I think it's like 55 or 60% of all the gold that's ever been mined or discovered in the history of like records of man has come out of Africa. And all the gold in the world would only fill up 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools.
I've seen
How do we
that.
know that?
I don't know. It's just like a figure, that's just a stat, just to get a
I
stat.
bet there's some cave out there that's just full of it.
Well,
that
but
we
it hasn't been
ain't-
discovered though.
that we ain't
So that's
mined.
just what we know about.
Oh, okay.
That's all the gold that's been pulled from Earth would only fill 2 Olympic swimming pools. That's pretty wild. That's a pretty wild stat considering
Yeah.
how much iron and steel and stuff's around.
Really makes clearing the rainforest look better and better every day. Looking for that gold cave,
Man,
you know?
Well, I mean,
let's go on a treasure hunt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty well documented that the Amazon rainforest was once a desert, and there's several places in there where there are like pyramid-like structures that are under all of the greenery right now. Because it correlates with the Younger Dryas thing, which is Graham Hancock and
Right.
the other
Love
fella.
Graham Hancock.
Yeah, they found they found a
Herbie's
city
brother.
that was it was like 200 acres, like the city was 200 acres. And I found it with LIDAR, Josh. You know what LIDAR is?
Yeah, that's where they put the thing in the ground, like where it
You
does
shut
the
it. You don't you dare.
it does
Don't you
the
dare.
frequencies through the ground.
Boy, I tell you what, I think they can do it through an airplane too. They don't even have to be on the ground.
That's pretty wild. I'm sure they can do a lot of stuff we don't want to know about.
Yeah.
I was saying,
Well,
I
I
think
got-
that's what Graham Hancock and them did was they had some situation like that. There's some of them that really, if you know where to look in the Amazon or whatever, you can just see it from satellite where it just looks like a square structure that builds up to almost pyramid like. But a lot of people say that it's not pyramid like, it's more like what the Aztecs had, which is kind of a pyramid, but the Aztecs, it was like bigger
Yeah,
block.
like tiered.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Monte Picchu or whatever,
Yeah.
like the Mayans kind of
Mhm.
style.
Yeah, I think that was for farming. Were they doing raised beds back in?
Maybe I don't
No,
know.
the Aztec one, they would, or the Mayans, maybe Aztecs or Mayans, I don't know. I'm not a professional on that, but one of the two,
Is that an anthropologist you call that? Is that what that's called?
maybe, one of the two
Yeah.
used them for sacrifices.
Ooh,
Big looks like a good place for a garden to meet.
that
Sacrifices
brings two
to the
movies
sun
to
god.
mind. Y'all ever seen the movie The Ruins? It's
No.
about like the jungle, like in South America. And it's like an ancient Mayan or Aztec ruins or something. And like all of the locals there, like it's a big tourist site, and all of the people that live there, like against like their culture to like touch it or climb it. So like they're like, it's kind of like without anything being said, just don't touch it. Well, these Americans go over there and they climb it. So like everybody on the ground that lives there is like, oh my God, they're cursed or whatever. So they get to the top and they think nothing of it. Well, like there's like police on the ground, like hollering up and stuff. Well, it turns dark and like these vines on this ancient temple start like killing these people.
Okay, so this, I was going to say, I was wondering if it was this 2008 movie I just found.
Yeah.
And if there's vines involved, that's what's on the cover and everything.
Yeah, dude. I remember they cut this guy's leg off and they had to cauterize it with a frying pan.
Oof.
And man,
Ooh.
every time I see my nub, I think about that movie. So it's every day,
You think they use a frying pan on you or something?
dude. I know.
So
Actually,
it was that scene was more traumatic than what actually happened to you. You think about the frying pan more than you do what actually happened.
Christy, we got done recording the other day, and I got home, and she's watching a show on HBO called The Pit. It's like a hospital show, and it's like a trauma, like ER room show. And this person comes in on an ambulance, and the very first scene I see when I walk in is this woman's like a leg. She got caught on the tracks of like a subway, like a L train or whatever. And
Yeah.
it shows them like trying to treat her leg, and this orthopedic surgeon just walks in, and her leg's mangled, dude. And she just grabs it and pulls the bottom part of the leg off because it's just barely hanging on. And I'm like, ugh! Like, I can't watch this show. I mean, I was like, oh, like, dude, she just grabs it, just pulls it off. Like that woman just passed out, in shock. And I was
uh,
like, golly. I don't even,
oh,
like, you could see, like, it had to pull, like, the top layer of flesh off. You could see, like, all, like, the muscle and shit. Like, the
hey.
fibers of, like, the muscle, like, in your calf and stuff. It was pretty brutal.
Mm.
That show also shows a baby being born, and it shows everything, dude.
Yeah.
Everything. It shows the baby's head crown. Like, how do they do that? Like, is that like a real birth? I wonder. Like, I haven't looked into it. Like, how do they do that? Like,
Oh, I thought
that's
this
some
whole show was
crazy.
real. I thought it was
No,
just,
no, it's just like a drama. It's like a Grey's Anatomy, but like crazy.
Man,
Like
I'm sure you can build a dummy.
yeah, I'm sure that's very
I don't
easy to
know,
do
dude.
You remember Ace Ventura when he
these
climbed
days.
out the back of that
The
rhino?
rhino, yeah. Kind of hot in these
I
rhinos.
want that. I want that photo in my bathroom. Have you seen that as a big portrait you can
Him,
do?
him pulling out of the back of it.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I posted that earlier, and I noticed Wes picked the rundown of the movies from the '90s. I posted. You picked Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. I would have probably picked it if it was the first Ace Ventura.
Nick did.
No, you did. You picked Ace. No, you picked Tommy Boy, didn't
Tommy
you?
Boy, yeah.
Somebody picked
I
it.
was
Maybe
gonna
it was
say
Andrew,
it was close.
Shane.
Yeah, it was close between Tommy
Okay,
Boy
yeah.
and Ace, but
Okay, maybe. But yeah.
I said
Uh,
Tommy Boy, final answer.
Final answer. Okay. You said you struggled with Ace Ventura and Tommy Boy. Ace Ventura franchise, it still holds up. I watch the
Yeah.
movies with Casey now, and they're still just as funny as they were when I was 14.
I still think Tommy Boy and Black Sheep and
Oh, yeah, they're good.
all of
Beverly Hills Ninja.
yeah.
What other
Except for
movies
one of
did
them that I
Chris
didn't
Farley
do.
have?
What?
What other movies did Chris Farley have?
Did you say Black Sheep?
Black
Yeah.
Sheep,
I
Tommy
love Black
Boy.
Sheep.
He was in Dirty Work with Norm. He was in Beverly Hills Ninja.
He was the bus driver in Billy
Billy
Madison.
Madison. He was in the movie Almost Heroes with Matthew
I
Perry.
love that.
That's a
Yeah, I
good
loved
movie. It's on
Almost Heroes.
Prime right now.
I mean, he was in so much stuff as kind of small ones, like Tommy
Yeah,
Boy, Ninja, Black Sheep were like his big ones, and then Almost Heroes.
yeah,
I
those are
forgot
all
about
Lorne
that one
Michaels
actually.
movies. Lorne
But
Michaels
whenever
produced
you
all those.
whenever you run through all the other ones that he was like a small part on, you got Coneheads, Wayne's World,
Oh yeah, Conehead. Yeah, he's the
Coneheads.
boyfriend
yeah,
of the daughter.
Airheads,
Yeah.
Airheads, Wayne's World 2, all that. Uh,
Airheads. I don't
yeah,
remember
Yeah.
him in Airheads.
Dirty Work.
yeah,
He
that's
has his
right.
nose bit off in Dirty Work.
So that like he's got those four main movies that he was a main character in, and then he was like a side character. But you got to think during all this time, and obviously he died young. Like he was
Right.
younger than us. Like
30, yeah, like
we're all
30.
33, right?
I'm 36. I'll be 37.
Yeah, I'll be 30.
34.
Yeah, so we were all older than him right now.
Yeah.
Whenever he died, he
Yep.
died whenever he was 33. So I mean, yeah. So he all those years though, whenever he was really really popular, he was on SNL and stuff.
Yeah.
So he didn't
Yeah.
really have time to do much
Well,
else.
that's like those movies you just named. Like Lorne Michaels produced those movies, Black Sheep and Tommy Boy and stuff.
Yeah,
So I mean, he was pretty much all the same. That's why, like, him and Spade were always in stuff together, I'd say.
yeah.
Which they were perfect together though too, man. Like, man, dude, Tommy Boy, whenever they're trying to sell them parts, and he's like just trying to keep him like under control. He's just like, man, that would be me, like on going somewhere with Nick. And like trying to keep him from like
Yeah,
trying to, yeah, dude. You'd be going way over the top. You already know you would be.
yeah.
I'm
You're
the
like,
one that
hey,
solves
man.
all your problems all the time.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah, you always bringing some kind of bullshit to the table, and I'm the one stuck solving it.
You got to remember, this is your car without Callahan brakes.
Right.
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
Oh
Well, I
my
can get a good look at a steak by sticking
god!
my head up the butcher's ass.
But I'd
I'd
rather
rather
take
take your word for
I'd rather take
it.
his word for it. Yeah.
He said he could sell ketchup popsicle to a man in white gloves. Man, so funny. He said
Yeah.
cat-like reflexes.
It was good.
It's a good movie. It's a good feel-good movie too.
Yeah.
Like, because he's like also he's like he gets the girl, and he's not like your typical like Hollywood, good-looking dude or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It's
He gets the
funny.
girl in all three of them, don't he? I know in Ninja, I think he's got a gal, and Tommy
Does he
Boy
have a
does.
chicken black sheep though? I don't think he has a chicken
I don't
black
know. I
sheep.
don't remember It's been a while for
Black
me.
sheep, I think black sheep's funnier than Tommy Boy because he's like he slams his thumbs in the hood. He's like, pop the hood, pop. He's like, what? Pop the hood.
I'll have to rewatch. I've
His
watched Tommy
physical
Boy
comedy is next to man, it's crazy. Mrs. Zoneker, Mrs. Zoneker, whenever he calls the kid's mom or like his grandma or whatever. Oh my God.
He falling down that mountain in Black Sheep is one of the greatest
Yeah, he
stunt
falls
scenes.
forever.
Yeah.
And the cabin when the
Oh,
cabin
sweet
gets hit by
little
that big
roots.
rock,
Yeah, yeah.
and he's like, "I've got chocolate pudding in my underpants."
Hey, we don't have any chocolate pudding. And the scene whenever like the roof comes out, I got top bunk. Demon song top bunk. How's the weather up there? It's like sleeting and shit. Like, shut up, Richard. Okay, well.
Speaking of weather, I guess that's a good
Oh,
segue.
good
The whole
segue.
reason that we're back on Zoom again, we had one good week where we got to get together again.
We're
And,
underwater out here.
yeah, Southern Kentucky's just absolutely underwater, so I didn't really.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
How is it down that way? Is like Hendersonville, Gallatin area? I know I've seen some videos of it's pretty bad too.
Yeah, I was gonna say the whole. It's not just Franklin and Southern Kentucky. It's like my route to get up to y'all is like
Yeah.
it's different places are underwater, and I was like, I'm
It,
just not gonna chance.
anything
Like,
close
so,
to Drex Creek is questionable.
yeah, yeah. So I think the only day we could really record this week was
Late in the
Wednesday.
week, it would have been hard to get it
Yeah,
out.
and it would have been hard to get out
We
anyway.
wouldn't want to do that to y'all, so we're men of the people.
I didn't want to do it to myself. I didn't want to stay up late
Oh
Wednesday.
yeah, dude. I think
Speaking
it's
of men
tough.
of the people, we are also men of the business world.
Oh, do we
Yes.
got our first ad spot?
Well, I just thought that we could talk about Dubby for a little bit, and then next week I thought we could like do
We can throw
something.
that graphic up right here, though. Probably, maybe
Yeah,
Yeah,
right now.
go
we
ahead.
got our first official commercial sponsorship, guys. Dubby Energy Drink. It's actually a powder that you mix at home on your own and take it with you.
It's
Uh,
like pre-workout kind of
well, it
thing.
says it's jitterless energy. Like
Oh,
I've taken pre-workout when I haven't had energy drinks at the house, and it
yeah.
can make you like kind of itchy and real jittery. But this Dubby claims I've got a few bottles headed to me, and I know
We
Wes
love
ordered
Dubby.
some.
Check
Yeah,
out Dubby. We love it.
yeah. Before we did like an official fun commercial, I just kind of wanted to announce it
Yeah.
and say, look forward to the commercials.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
think
we literally
Goons
got
get a little
this.
kickback.
We literally got this on just yesterday.
Yeah.
I just told the guys that we actually got our first sponsor, so we don't really have a good ad read for it yet. But
But we will.
yeah.
yeah.
Here I'll share it real quick.
I'm very excited because on work days, I probably drink 4 monsters a day. So this is gonna this is
There
gonna
you
help me out a
go.
lot. Yeah,
Enter the promo code Fine by Me and save 10%. That's WGG. W.GG. That's a
As soon as you
wild
get there, we'll have like some
domain
affiliate,
name.
like on the videos and stuff. We'll start putting like affiliate links underneath too, and whatnot.
Yeah.
So anything
Check
you
it
buy
out.
does out, and it's just super exciting for us to like have our first like real sponsor.
yeah,
It's
wild.
kind of been spotty here lately, so
On the
Yeah,
training wheels.
I forgot that we were even looking for sponsors. I thought that we only did fake ad reads.
Maybe they're looking for us now.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe they're
Now
looking
it's
for
coming
us.
to us, baby.
Yes, sir.
That's the worst thing about owning a business is like when you don't have work, like scratching and clawing trying to find it.
Yeah.
yeah.
That sucks.
I
But
know.
that does suck.
I mean, we've made a lot of leaps and strides in the last like I don't know, probably 8 months or so. And I remember I was big on it last summer, trying and trying and trying to. Shot out emails and everything, and everybody was like, "Oh, you just need a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more." And then I took off a bunch of times from.
They said, you will never get this. You will never get this. La 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 la.
Yeah, I took off a bunch of
And
time
we get this.
doing it, and now we're getting like even more views on things and yada yada yada. It's weird too. Like sometimes YouTube has like more, like way more views than audio does, and then some weeks audio just takes off and goes crazy. I don't understand that, but whatever.
No pattern.
As long as,
Yeah, there's no really
as long
pattern.
as people are listening, I really don't care.
Yeah,
It's not
we're happy to
BlueChew,
have
but
you.
And if you weren't listening, I'd still be talking.
This might do the same thing as Blue Chew, though. You know what I mean? It might get you wound up.
yeah, yeah.
I guarantee you to get you ready for the road.
Nick said he
baby.
don't need much anyway. He's ready to go
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
I seen them eyes light up.
Yeah. Oh man, when I figured out it was an energy drink company, I was so
I
excited.
know you were pumped, dude.
Yeah.
I
And
know
I'm gonna
you
save
were.
like I'll probably save like $40 a week.
Every time we get it in the car, I'm gonna stop at the store real quick, get an energy drink real quick. You come out 2 monsters.
Yeah.
One on the road, one for later.
Yeah.
Especially
And the
during,
last time
like,
I came out with a giant bag of tobacco.
I know. He
Yeah.
said, pack this bowl for me. I said, what? He gave me this huge bag of loose leaf tobacco and a brand new pipe. That pipe he's got there, I reckon. No, it was a red one, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is one that Melissa found. She found a bunch of her dad's Alaskan memorabilia. They lived in Alaska before they had kids. He was a pipeline welder.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a boiler maker.
Boiler
Nice.
maker. I've always
think
heard that term.
like
I
the
really don't know
Welders
what it
Union.
means.
I
Oh,
think
they
that's like
weld
the
shit.
Welders Union.
Yeah, they do like steam fitting and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Or
like
it could be
for
a pipe
pre-
fitters union too, pipe fitter.
It's got to be for high pressure welding,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
high pressure welding.
Like steam plants, like in the bottom of like big dormitories, like to like heat shower systems and shit like that. Geothermal stuff, all sorts of cool stuff.
Geo Metro. We could talk about that for a while.
Dude, that good little cars.
Yeah, Stephen Fonzarelli. Actually, his name was Stephen Moore. We called him the Fonz because he always gelled his hair. He had a Geo Metro, and that thing got us to Portland and back. I don't know how many times.
You ain't never gelled your hair?
I gel it, but not every day.
You put something in them damn whiskers. You put a little wax on them things.
No, that's all just
Ah,
that's
bullshit.
all natural skin oil.
That's just earwax.
Josh. That's natural skin grease.
That's that beeswax.
Yeah. I bite my toenails and chew them up a little bit and then mix
Yeah.
that in there.
Nice. That's some of that truffle butter.
Truffle butter.
Truffle butter.
Yeah.
Get that
I got
juice that's like kind of in between your legs or whatever.
yeah.
Ugh.
Sometimes I use Josh's
Gross.
mom's yeast infection.
Oh, dude. Ugh.
Y'all are okay. I'm
Take my
trying
headphones
to
out.
talk about the damn weather and show
I feel like I'm
the
listening to
people
a
some
woman
fucking
rapper.
underground stuff, but y'all are steamrolling me this week, so
Ah, sorry,
y'all are
dude. I'm
wound up. Apparently,
I'm just excited.
We got underground weather.
I'm just trying to show.
Who's the
people.
meteorologist? Harriet Tubman?
I didn't say underground, but either way,
Oh.
here's the famous Fairview Plaza. It's even more underwater than this. If you're
That looks like
That's
your
a-
home screen.
what are you talking about?
That's not the Fairview Plaza.
Damn it!
It's your home screen.
This is the Fairview Plaza.
We're gonna make Wes mad. Better stop.
Is that Fairview Bowling Green?
Yeah,
Damn, dude.
yeah.
Wendy's. I know Wendy's. Okay, dang.
Yeah, right there at Cemetery Road.
Yeah, I know exactly where it's at.
I saw. Yeah, I was gonna say I saw another picture of this early or just before we got on, but I couldn't find it again, and it looked like it was even deeper than this.
What's that part? This is the Richardsville Bridge this
What's that?
afternoon.
Now,
That
clog your
one
ears.
top
When I
post.
say this, I just want you to know that this is in my past life. But Daddy used to buy cocaine in that parking lot.
Yeah,
Man.
golly, look how
Everything's swelled.
Is that the walking bridge? No, that's a driving bridge.
That's
Richardsville
Richardsville
Bridge.
Bridge. I have no idea where that's at. Thelma Stovall Park.
Thelma?
I'm not real sure where that is
They
either.
showed Old Stone and stuff. It's of course it's flood prone. I don't
LaGrange.
know where any of these places are.
I don't know about that one.
LaGrange.
This Green River and these are all just people just
Yeah, Warren County.
Whit Road, Warren County.
Mm.
Somebody's front yard.
Jeez,
Yeah.
they built in a bad place.
Come on.
They did their dirt work.
This was
Tata.
this one
Yeah, just left. See ya.
Yeah.
this one made me laugh because it made me think of the Fairview Plaza or whatever because
Yeah.
every time somebody drives into that, like multiple people do, and like
I guess that doesn't really hinder the road though, you know.
yeah, but I mean first responders still
Oh yeah, if they gotta get rescued,
they still gotta go out there and waste their time with some idiot that just drove through a pond pretty much.
You know that water's cold as shit.
But they're handing out citations now for that, so that one wasn't that crazy.
Now we got the state
Borefield,
after you.
more like Borefield.
Oh,
High
this
water.
is the picture I wanted to see. Yeah. Yeah,
Did that
one,
person get out through their trunk?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe they got their shit out of their trunk, their kids' baseball stuff before they left.
They got the body out of there. There's the body out there.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this.
Dead
There's a
hookers.
There's a car right here. You can only see the top of it.
Damn. They're off in a ditch.
And this
Yeah, this is Basil Griffiths. This is right up the road from me.
this is the one that like really surprised me was how crazy.
It's even worse than that now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's over top of those signs now. You can't even see those signs anymore.
Yeah, this video is from
Yesterday.
Saturday, so
Yeah,
a day ago,
Saturday.
24 hours ago.
Yeah, we're recording this on Sunday.
Yeah, this is a rare Sunday episode.
That's why I'm so excited.
Apparently so.
Maybe I am pretty
But
pumped.
yeah, this is the one that really was like
Yeah.
blew me away was how I
I
mean,
bet the ducks are happy.
it just looks like a pond over there.
That's
Good
it.
day to be a duck.
Good day.
I've had to
Imagine how
throw
much
the kids'
damage that's
pipes
doing.
away.
A lot, dude. You got to go through all that electricity.
Well, that and that water's sitting on all that stuff that water's not
Yeah.
supposed to be sitting on. Like you see what happens, like potholes pop up on like just regular roads.
Sinkhole.
but-
Dude, there's sinkholes falling through everywhere, like on
Yeah.
roads in Bowling Green right now. Western's closed tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure all schools are probably closed
Yeah,
tomorrow.
it's spring break.
Yeah,
Oh.
we got spring break.
Whatever.
We going to the zoo tomorrow, baby.
Ooh, that's gonna be
Yeah.
fun. What's your favorite
Senior-
animal?
Senior zoo correspondent Nick Cook I'm a real big fan of the red
Like
panda.
favorite zoo animal. I know like dogs, blah 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 blah. Zoo
I'm
animal.
I'm a big red panda guy, Josh. And if you saw
That's
these
pretty
little
cool.
guys getting it in their enclosure, you would think the same
They
thing.
are cute little things, but they probably eat your face off.
Dude, they'd eat your face off.
They would,
Yeah,
because they would want it because it looks so good.
you wouldn't stand a chance. No,
I
it's
really
because you
wouldn't.
smell like vegetable oils.
Okay.
And red dot number 5, you smell like Cheetos.
All right, Josh.
Come on, bring
who's
it on, dude.
yours?
It's a good one. Siberian tiger.
Is that in a zoo? What zoo?
Yeah, they
has
have it.
that?
They have one at the Nashville Zoo.
I don't believe you.
Nick can see one tomorrow if he has time. If he's not too
The,
busy over here jacking off the red pandas.
I think the flags are half mast tomorrow because
Why?
the snow leopard
For our economy.
just had a kitten and it passed away.
Oh, the
The
kitten
snow
did.
leopard, the kitten passed away.
Oh, damn,
Yeah.
dude.
So it's a sad day at the Nashville Zoo.
Oh man,
But the red pandas don't care. I can promise you that, right, Josh?
they don't give a damn.
No, they don't care.
They don't care.
Uh,
They just walk around with chlamydia.
You think so?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's koalas. Koalas are the ones that carry chlamydia.
Yeah. I'm gonna wear a condom.
yeah, watch them.
You know, that's good. That's good. Smart. That's
Yeah.
smart, dude. I would.
Yep.
I don't know. Mine.
Wes, what's your favorite?
I'm real easy giraffe.
Oh, that's a cool one. You ever seen them some just
Giraffes?
fight?
Yeah, they
Dude,
fight with
it's
their necks.
gnarly, dude. It's
Yeah.
gnarly.
They
You
throw
ever
their
hear
necks at
it?
each other. It's
sound,
crazy.
the sound is wild. I mean, it sounds like 100-mile-an-hour fastball hitting a mitt.
I like to watch about eight big old lions try to take one down.
Yeah.
That's fun
Oh
to
yeah,
watch.
that's just sad. I don't like that.
You don't like that?
No, I don't like that.
No,
It's bad.
giraffe's his favorite animal, you idiot.
I
You
like
think he likes seeing that?
That's true. I didn't even think about that, dude.
Yeah.
I'm such an empath. I didn't know.
Why don't you send him some videos of it while you're at it?
Such an empath.
These guys, I haven't seen a giraffe fight in a long time, so we're gonna watch this. Or look at
Giraffes
it.
and goats are the only
Giraffes are
animals they'll
fighting.
let you feed at the zoo.
Really? You wouldn't want to fight these some bitches.
Yeah, Lee.
Damn, dude. They give you a one to the throat.
Can you put some metal music behind it?
Man.
we get
Yeah,
Dude,
Lee.
Copyright
that's pretty
real
that's
quick.
so violent.
Well,
And
it's
that's
so
coming from,
wild.
like-
They're just standing next to each other, and then they just
Yeah.
start flying.
And that's coming from like 15 foot down.
I
You
know,
know? Ooh, did you
dude.
see
That was
that?
a haymaker. I could watch this all day.
The one on the right really juked him on that one of them, and
The one on the right looks younger than the one on the left.
Yeah.
they just both had popped each other in the chest.
Missed.
Okay,
Man,
that's
we're commentating on giraffes fighting.
You remember what Strange Wilderness?
Yeah, dude. We talk about this all. That movie's hilarious. But it's so funny. I can't believe like people like don't like that movie. Like it did terrible
we've
with like
Definitely
critics.
talked
And,
about this before.
man, that shark scene is absolutely one of the and that like whenever Bigfoot walks out and like that's they've been looking for Bigfoot the whole movie. He walks out and goes, huh? And he just opened up shooting at him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's really
He's
big.
like,
when
huh?
he's dead.
Yeah.
The reason I know we've watched this on the pod before is because it was like in the history.
After this,
Snickers,
we're
can you
gonna get
desexualize?
banned.
Oh, Snickers doesn't sponsor us.
No, only Dubby.
Yeah,
Dubby
W.
like DG.
Tariff Northern and these sharks. What the?
There it is.
Man, look at that thing's teeth.
Oh, 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 oh,
It's the shark with the big teeth for listeners on Strange Wilderness. This is a running bit for the show.
Looks like
And that's fine.
there was a black girl on Flavor of Love that kind of had big gums like
Oh,
that.
dude. Dolphin
Oh
teeth.
yeah, I have a term for that. I call them townhouse teeth.
Yeah.
Townhouse teeth.
Upstairs. Teeth got upstairs.
Ugh. But yeah, I can't believe I'm surprised we brought that up before, but I'm not really that surprised because it's a hilarious movie, but
Oh, it's so funny, dude. That movie too. Whenever they're having like the meeting and Justin Long's asleep with his eyes closed and he has eyeballs tattooed on his eyelids, and he's just sitting there like he's snoring. He's like, He's like, what? Opens his eyes, dude. So freaky. Man, that movie's insane.
Oh man.
That would be us trying to get a damn some kind of show together,
Yeah.
man.
Us pitching it to National
Like
Geographic.
National Geographic or A&E.
Yeah.
That's what
Nixon, hey, you're riding a bull. Let's talk about that. When's
That's
this
what I
bull
was going to
riding?
college for. I was a major in wildlife biology and a minor in broadcasting. I wanted to have a nature TV show, or at least be a cameraman or something on one.
You could
You
do
know?
that now, still.
I still could, yeah. That guy, that dude, Coyote, something, the dude that gets bit all the time.
Stung, yeah, bit and
You think
stung.
he's got a damn college degree?
Maybe he's probably pretty smart.
Turtle
He might
Man
have something.
for sure did.
Don't you dare right now, Josh. Don't you dare start.
Don't I dare what? You asked
Don't
if I thought he had one.
start.
Yes, I think he has one.
No, you do not. You make
he
me
does.
sick too, buddy.
Oh, well,
Turtle Man for sure
I
didn't
am
have
looking at
one.
myself.
And then there's a couple other ones that I know for sure didn't have one. Coyote might have.
Turtle Man said, "You ever get bit? What is it? Bit by the snapping turtle? You gotta wait. You gotta yell lightning or something, or
I
wait
don't
till it
remember.
thunders or something for it to let go." I remember that
That's
shit.
what I always thought, and because we had a pond behind our house when I was a kid, and I was like, I'm gonna have to go to school until the next thunderstorm with a turtle like on my hand. Like, what if
Yeah, I
it's 2
remember
weeks?
that. Isn't
Yeah.
it
Oh,
wild
yeah.
how that kind of his like this dude from Kentucky that just caught a bunch of turtles and stuff did the yee, and that got changed down the line, and country singers started going yee. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yee
I
Yee
mean, it's
Trucks.
It was him.
like that's where that all came from
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
I
It was a
can't
good
remember.
show.
There's a country artist specifically. I can't remember what his name is right now, but he has just like a whole line of stuff that just says yee on it.
Is it Kane Brown?
No. This is like a kind of
Big and rich.
no. This guy's I don't. He had,
Chesney.
Probably at Kenny Chesney's fucking ass.
no.
His little sawed off ass. I remember one time I worked at Piggly Wiggly in high school, and this guy come through. And he goes, "Man, you look a lot like somebody." And I said, "Who?" He's like, "That's Kenny Chesney." And I said, "Get out of here. Go on, get
Man, I think he got peck implants. Like in
peck
those-
implants."
Huh?
He may have.
I think he did.
Just look
Kenny
swole
Chesney?
up. You checking out his tits?
I mean, I was awfully surprised by it. I
That's
was so
the best
surprised
one
that
for
I thought
moves,
about
his
it
tits.
20 years later.
Granger. I can't remember what his first name is the main country artist, but he has a alter ego called Earl Dibbles Jr. that
Oh,
the Yee Yee brand is, and Earl Dibbles is like just like a super country, like yeah. He has
Hillbilly.
he has whole songs, like he has whole albums as his alter ego, and then he puts out music as Granger as well.
Nice. Probably up there with the likes of Steely Dan and Pink Floyd.
Oh yeah, Led Zeppelin
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Classics.
AC/DC.
Granger
Electric
Smith.
Light
It
Orchestra.
might be as good as AC/DC. I mean, that's not really a high bar.
Nah, no, I just threw it out there. I don't even listen to AC/DC.
Not if you don't.
You can call me Thunderstruck, buddy. Fucking hate AC/DC.
uh,
AC/DC sucks.
Josh, do you already talk about what you've been doing?
Man, this weekend it was a great weekend. My daughter got invited to do a dance showcase with the Western Kentucky Hilltopper dance team, and that's pretty awesome because she's really young compared to those ladies. So got to see her do what she does, and that was fun yesterday. And then got caught in a hell of a thunderstorm. Back to the weather yesterday, heading back home,
Mm-hmm.
and it took about an hour to get to my house from Bowling Green. And y'all know where I live; it's not far from Bowling Green.
Yeah. Should
And
be
then,
like a 20-minute trip at best.
15
Yeah.
minutes. What else did we do yesterday? That's really about it, I think, because that was about a full day. But yeah, it was nice. Legs stayed on good. Had a good
All
walk.
right.
It's a
Is
good
this a
day.
new leg?
No, I go the 17th to get that.
Okay.
That's what I
Yes,
was about
sir.
to ask.
That's exciting. That's also very exciting, big news. I've went up. I've outgrew my other leg, so I'm just barely squeezing into it. It's like squeezing into that dress. You know what I mean?
My oven's still on.
So,
Oh,
but
yeah.
yeah. Oh, is that from the steaks?
Yeah, I did have
Dang,
steak.
he's been on for 2 hours.
Yeah, probably.
Nice.
Let me show y'all a little project we worked
But
on.
that's what I've been doing. Back to y'all.
Right.
Thank you.
I'm gonna show you what we've been on. We painted the bathroom purple.
Woo, Grimace.
Oh well.
Yeah,
Congress is
I don't know if you
pissed.
can see him or not,
What's
but
that?
I
Semen.
took some stencils.
Oh, dude, I thought that was skeet all over the walls.
No, I took some stencils and drywall pads and
Oh,
yeah.
What is that supposed to be?
It's like a
That's
little weed.
like a fern.
Yeah,
It
whatever.
looks like maybe what is that?
He
Oh, I
just
see
told
it now. Oh, I couldn't see it.
It's like a top of
Something-
a wheat plant, and
Maybe
on
like an
some
olive
of it,
branch or something.
and then that looks like more olive branchy.
Yeah, it was really blurry on my end. It looked like just like a blur on the wall. I couldn't see it.
You're a blur on the wall, brother.
Yeah, he's making a lot of blurs on the wall.
Blurting on the wall.
You should put a bunch of little stickers of Grimace all in there.
It ain't too late.
It ain't too late. I'm gonna get some.
And if anybody out there has access to stickers of Grimace, please reach out to the podcast. And while we're talking
Yeah.
about it, like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
comment. W.GG.
Yeah.
This is something I
Promo
kind
code
of
Fine by Me, 10% off.
All capital. Does that have to be all capital?
Nah, just throw it in there. Fine by Me, all one word.
I would try it all capital. That's how I saw it.
Well, then why'd you ask?
Well, I figured you would agree with me, but
No, dude, you know better than that.
yeah.
Even if I did agree with you, I wouldn't tell you to your face.
I typed it in. I bought $70 worth of powder, baby. And,
Some of that bam bam.
yeah, and I used all capital Fine by Me, and it worked just great.
well, you did. I mean, I appreciate you helping us out, but I told y'all what our special one was. Like we get
we get more. Yeah,
They're our
right.
sponsors, so they
Right.
Yeah, I just wanted it. I didn't know when I was going to see y'all next. I didn't know if it would come to your house. I didn't know how.
Oh, yeah, no, it'll. Well, you might be right. It may come to my house, actually.
I just wanted some to make sure that I had this product tested before
Yeah, we
we
could show it on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I've got some. It'll be here this week at some point.
I'm gonna see what it does to y'all before I drink it.
I mean, I
You're gonna love it.
don't drink caffeine. I don't drink caffeine that much, so
Right. I'll probably
It
do like the
says-
hydration one. Looks pretty good. I could definitely hydrate more.
yeah, it says no jitters though, so
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, jitters suck. I get jitters from just coffee sometimes. Like I drink a lot of coffee, so really the energy drinks probably. Maybe I could replace coffee with Dubby.
Yeah,
Could be a healthier option.
I'm probably not gonna do that, but I will drink about a half a gallon worth of this every day. I guarantee.
I know you will.
Yeah,
Just be
I mean-
running wide open till you crash at
Because
midnight.
it'll make me feel like I'm drinking water. Because if you put a powder in water, you're like, man, I see how much I just did this much water in a little bit
Right.
of powder.
A little
yeah,
bit.
because I was gonna say it does. I mean, I had a version of this a long time ago. Whenever I was still like playing PUBG or whatever, we had a sponsor that I'm not going to mention because they're not Dubby. But they sent us all like the cans of it, and it was really cool.
Probably poison.
It was nice.
This is my second energy drink sponsor of my life.
Mm.
Yeah.
Are you calling Red Bull one of them?
Yeah.
For 12 hours until he didn't place, and they say, "Well, we got to get rid of this guy."
Now, when we showed up an hour and a half late, they were pretty much done with us.
Ah,
Yeah. We showed up at like 10 a.m. We were supposed to be there at like 8:30. And then we didn't even go on until like 4. We sat around for 8 hours, something like
damn.
That was punishment.
Chugging Red Bulls.
that. Chugging Red Bulls.
Chugging Red Bulls.
Yeah.
God.
To where a drug addict told me to stop.
Yeah. Veins popped all over your body.
Yeah. It's like, man, you probably need to slow down. Like, if this guy's telling me to slow down, then maybe I should.
Like a walking erection.
Yeah.
Well, this is something that I kind of want to do or start doing myself, at least for our listeners is uh at the beginning of every month try to like line out like some new comedy that's like specials that are coming out and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
And
I
also
wrote,
maybe shows local as
yeah,
well.
yeah, for sure. I kind of had this idea like as I was driving home from my buddy's house today, so this one might be a little shorter than I want it to be, but Big J Okerson, he's got his second part of his special coming out, They Them. This one's called They. You can, from what I understand, Them is the crowd work special and They is going to be his like stand up. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't remember. Tim Dillon's got a Netflix special. I'm Your Mother coming out. I believe it's April 15th or 16th or something like that. This one actually I don't know how I missed this, but Doug Stanhope came out with a new
Oh.
special in January.
How'd I miss that?
Well, everywhere like I just started like
Love Stanhope.
Googling like new specials,
He
and
didn't
like
do it. He
everywhere.
didn't do a podcast circuit.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Do
maybe
a
I didn't miss
podcast
it.
circuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, every article I read on it was like, he just quietly released this. Didn't
Yeah,
talk
that sounds
about
like
it at all.
something. That's so
Uh,
Stanhope.
Yeah. It's called Discount Meat.
Oh, nice. My favorite.
I believe Bill Burr, he's got a
Oh yeah, Hulu special coming
Hulu,
out.
yeah. And he's also involved in the comedy scene's kind of turned on him a little bit here in the
I've
last.
seen that. What's going on with that?
He doesn't like Elon at all. Like he thinks Elon's a Nazi for sure.
Well, that's
Um,
understandable.
And one of the things, you're going to leave the country because of, okay, wait. He calls Elon. He says he's got dyed hair plugs and a laminated face. Twitter has already like shown Bill Burr he's had a facelift and everything like that. So they're like, I mean, you can't really say this stuff.
Right, you're in Hollywood, dude. Regardless,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
he's one of the most mainstream. Like he's one of those guys that like transitioned. You know, like he's in movies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. But during this rant that he had about it, he was like, "This is why I hate liberals so much." Liberals have no teeth whatsoever. They just go, God, can you believe this? I'm getting out of the country. And he goes on to say, why would you leave the country? Just try to make it better or something like that, something lame that nobody's going to do because they
Right.
can't, because the government's fixed and we'll never win anything. But
right, dude, just stay in your lane, dude. That's what I'm just stay out. Like what Nick says, I'm just trying to stay out the way.
yeah,
Staying out the way.
Staying out the way, dude. I mean, because we don't have any kind of control or power of nothing, but like our little bitty what we have. So, I mean, really, in the grand scheme of things, I sit and think like, does it really affect me in a sense like that I want to get upset about it or have this whole identity over something? No, it does not. So,
I mean, so if I don't know if I want to say this or not, but if you say like an opinion like that on the internet, they'd be like, "Oh, it's because you're a straight white male."
yeah, well, that's fine. Thanks.
Yeah. You
I
can
mean, they'll
afford
come
it.
No
for
shit.
you.
I'm
Like,
also disabled.
You
Yeah,
don't have to
well,
fear for your life.
you got one up
Say
on
what? Well, let me stand up and show you what I got.
him. You got one
Then
up
what?
on him.
Hush.
Let's see it, Josh.
Yeah.
Show the
Oh,
people.
God.
I'm just gonna just, I
but
want to
yeah.
really milk it, and I'm just gonna like get me a scooter and everything, and really lean into that disabled life and just fucking ride around, ram and shit. Hey, I'd be like in Walmart in the aisle, like trying to like look up and saw somebody walking in front of me, like, hey, you don't see me here, asshole.
Get the hell out of my
Yeah,
way.
beep 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 beep. One
What
day,
you should do is go, "Hey, I'm walking here."
yeah, I'm walking here. Man, I think about losing my leg, dude. Years ago, you know how like they say just things always come back or karma or whatever. My ex brother-in-law got into a real bad car wreck and he was in a wheelchair. And his dad had got tickets to go see the Cubs and Mets play at Wrigley, like early in the year. And then he got hurt, right? So while he was in the wheelchair is when his dad bought the tickets. So he got like wheelchair accessible seats at Wrigley. So you had to bring the wheelchair. So by the time that we got ready for the baseball game, 2 or 3 months down the road, he was out of the wheelchair. But we still had to take the fucking wheelchair because that's what our seats were at Wrigley. So we go up there, right? So like we're pretty much like taking turns pushing each other in this wheelchair all around downtown Chicago. Well, I'm drinking, it's after the ball game and it's like a day game. So he's pushing me down the road and it's packed, dude. Just get out of the game. We cross the crosswalk. Well, I stand up like halfway through the crosswalk and say, "Oh, it's a miracle. I can walk again." And everybody in there is like, "Oh, dude, that's fucked up. That's fucked up." And I was like, "Man, that's when it happened.
Yeah,
That's when I
God
got took
said,
down."
"Nope, take it
He
that
noted
way."
that down. He said, "Okay, all
Yeah.
right."
We went skiing. We went skiing last year at the end of January, and my buddy's little brother hurt his back real bad. Like we were on the freestyle jumps and rails and stuff for I don't know why, but my buddy little brother hurt his back bad. Like they had to get a snow wheelchair and everything. When we got back to the hotel, we went and rented him a hover round, so we didn't have to carry him. He didn't have to walk. Well, then we were in the casino and we had this hover around for 24 hours, and there was like 40 of them there, and it was $20 for 24 hours. But you talking about some side eyeing,
I'm sure.
some side
I paid fair
eyeing
and square
slot
for
machine
this.
addicts. Yeah. And we're like, y'all can go get one.
Right. Yeah.
There's a room full of them
Yeah.
at the security office.
We had to pay for them. No,
yeah,
you
we
paid
paid for it.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's your business.
but it was a damn good time.
That's pretty smart. You didn't have to carry nothing, just load it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a long walk. The hotel and casino were attached, but it was a 10-minute walk inside.
Well, that's an addict's paradise. That's a guy in recovery's paradise. You get you a scooter,
Yeah.
a way to get around, all the gambling, alcohol you can have right there. I didn't got to
Yeah.
walk nowhere. Just cruise around. Just
33 years old, we got chased by security because me and Dustin Grace, like there was a restaurant. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. It was closed, but all the doors were open. So we just walked in there and thought, maybe somebody's got a grilled cheese for us back here or something.
right, something.
Hey, is the kitchen still open?
Yeah,
Right.
we did. We walked through the kitchen and we heard somebody go, "Hello?" And we took off booking. It was a damn security guard. He followed us all the way back to our room. 33 years old.
Grown.
Nick, you want to tell them what me and you did this weekend? Separately, but we both were at the same place for
Oh,
Friday.
how'd y'all do that? Y'all have to like FaceTime or whatever?
No. We called each other afterwards like adults.
No, we didn't see each other at
Oh,
all.
man, I couldn't help it. The way you framed that perfect for like some kind of sexting situation.
Man, me and Wes went to Kill Tony Friday night, and Wes went again on Saturday night, but it was a good time. I had 2 grown 6'6" children that I had to babysit until 3 a.m. But
And one of them wasn't Wes.
no,
I went
no.
home.
Yeah.
Smart.
But if you just decide that you're gonna laugh at your buddies and call them dumbasses all night and just enjoy it, it's not that miserable.
No,
Yeah.
it's fun. You really see how silly people can be, or how we used to be too.
Yeah. The first time me and Wes went out, we were babysitting a drunk. That
Oh
first
yeah,
comedy show we went
I heard
to.
about that.
Yeah.
Mark
Oh
Norman.
yeah, okay, yeah. I was like, what? Oh yeah. I thought
But
you
I
were
went
talking
to
about
Kid-
me for a second. I was like, no, you
Yeah.
haven't.
No. Me and you were double teaming a babysitting gig.
Okay.
Yeah. But I went to Kid Rock's bar afterwards and ran into Mark Norman on the way to the bathroom.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did he say who queefed?
We penis shuffled past each other, and I just tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Hey, man." Just gave him that good old honest Nick Cook smile.
Yeah.
Good show.
I think he saw my spirit.
He said, "Praise Allah."
Yeah.
Well, that's
Comedy.
cool. He didn't say nothing. He just looked at you weird because you was touching him in the bathroom.
Oh, we weren't in the bathroom. He was headed to the bathroom, and I was headed away from the bathroom.
He just
uh,
got done killing his set.
Yeah.
Nick, did you come?
Man,
with me?
he was sharp Friday night.
He always is pretty quick.
Yeah.
Nick, did you come with me one of the times I've seen Mark?
Yep.
Okay, I thought so. I was gonna say,
Yep.
I was wondering if you remembered how tiny he is.
He's the same size as me. He
No,
might be
he's
an inch
not.
taller.
He's
He might be
so
2
much
inches
smaller
taller
than you.
No, I think we have a picture.
I know it.
Yeah, and I think he's 2 inches taller than me. I think he's a perfectly sized individual.
My dad's bigger than your dad.
But
He plays basketball.
Yeah, I don't want to give away too much. Honestly, for the people that'll end up watching it, like stream wise, it was really good both nights. One thing I'll give away is Friday had much better bucket pulls than Saturday did. Saturday had a whole lot, like several really big surprises. And one, do I want to say this or not? Mm, so they
Hey man,
decided to start Saturdays with a bucket pool, like a
mm.
random bucket pool.
Instead of an opener,
And she was first time ever up there, and she crushed it. Like
really,
the crowd went wild for her. Yeah, and she was, and the reason I liked it so much was because she was actually from Tennessee. Nick, I don't know if you remember, we have like one from Tennessee Friday night.
Yeah, everybody
If
was
that, I don't think
from
if,
Atlanta
yeah, I don't remember us
mostly.
even having a Tennessee one that we didn't force up there like Fiona.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, either way, I don't have the picture of Nick and Mark Norman, but I don't believe that Nick. I think Nick's like got 2 inches on him at least. Um, but yeah, I mean, Tony asked everybody not to give anything away, but I will say we already said Mark Norman. Mark Norman was on the panel on Friday. Kid Rock was on there, and he said about 5 words the whole night. He wasn't really that good at all.
he's a musician.
Well, I mean, he's pretty funny. Like whenever but he said at some point he said that he had a show the next day and that he doesn't drink or party or anything before a show,
Mm.
like the night before a show or whatever.
That's pretty good business.
Discipline is what I would say, I
Yeah.
guess.
It's also a good way of handling your business, you know.
And I will say, I'm pretty sure I told y'all, but on on Saturday, me and my buddies were all like theory crafting who could possibly be there. And I was thinking the whole time, like I knew Adam Ray was doing Dr. Phil the next day, so I was like, absolutely Adam Ray is going to be there, either as a character or as himself. And then he ended up coming. It was as a character. I won't give that away. But the other person, I thought it would be like kind of in the same vein, like they would have somebody else from that lives in Tennessee. Like I was thinking Jelly Roll, maybe Nate Bargatze. I mean, we all had like 4 or 5
Oh,
different
you
people.
ain't gonna see Nate on Kill Tony.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
I mean, John Christ went on Kill Tony, and
Yeah, I know, but Nate has a whole different image than John Chris does.
John Christ is like a Christian comedian.
Nah,
Didn't
he'll
John Chris
still.
fuck a bunch of people in his church?
Well, I mean, I mean, I'm just saying what his. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know that story. I've
Yeah.
heard whispers of it, but I don't know the
Yeah,
legitimacy.
dude. Yeah, I think he's a little edgy for the Christian comedy. He's like DC Talk, you know what I mean? Jars of
I
clay.
mean, I remember seeing his reels, and they were all about church. There was,
Well, yeah, maybe so.
I don't
But
know.
Nate, dude, Kevin Hart
Regardless,
couldn't
there
even
was,
get Nate to say fuck on a podcast. So
yeah. Well, regardless of that, there was several different guesses that we all had, and I'm not going to give this one away because it shocked me. But I will also say I was disappointed. It was just out of left field. I just couldn't believe who they picked for this because,
oh yeah, that was pretty wild pick. That you
yeah,
told me, yeah.
one thing I'll say is I had heavy money on Jelly Roll or Theo Vaughn, and it wasn't either of them. So
Theo Vaughn would have been the tip of the
Yeah.
iceberg, but that would have
Yeah.
been
yeah,
the tip top.
I'll tell you what you won't see on the live feed is Winona Judd singing 3 or 4 songs before the show. I was the only person in my section that was freaking out. I was like, "That's fucking Winona Judd. This
she
is
did it
awesome."
Saturday too, and they went nuts Saturday. It was good
She even
because I
commented.
actually was late
She was on the
Friday.
show before, wasn't she? Like he said, I'll have you back or something.
I
Like, didn't she?
don't
I
remember,
think so.
but
She
yeah,
even commented Friday night. She was like, "Y'all are a tough crowd," because
Yeah.
there was like 100 people standing up.
dude, there was a lot of
Saturdays are
movement.
way looser than Fridays. People get off work, they're in a rush, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed most. The only thing I got to see Winona Judd do Friday was the national anthem. I was late for seeing anything else. Um, but Friday there was a whole bunch of booze, but there was like it was still much. I wish whenever you get to see the stream, the bucket pulls were way better Friday, but Saturday, Tony was like second day in a row. Nashville is the most ruthless city I've been to
Yeah.
as far as y'all hating things. Anytime somebody said they were from Canada or Atlanta, Georgia, that's like
Oh, I'm
everybody was like,
sure, dude.
"Boo!"
You suck.
Yeah, we had to look up at Bridgestone. There's a Canadian flag right next to the American flag, so we
Because
had
of
to
hockey.
look. Yeah, and my blood was boiling the whole time.
Oh, you look just like a Canadian.
You know,
Well,
they did something
I've got
Saturday that I
twice the
think
self-respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday,
Hell
I
yeah.
think that maybe they noticed that was happening on Friday because on Saturday they had the two uh screens or whatever, and they had the flag, only the American flag shown on those two screens. So I guess you could have like, I mean, I know we all took our hats off and whatever and looked up at the flag, but I guess you could have looked towards one of those screens and just saw the American flag. Oh, Canada. That's all I know.
That's all I know.
Get it.
They
It
still
was a
got the
good
Queen of
time.
England on their money.
Yeah, your syrup is tasty.
They do have some good syrups.
They had an after show Saturday night, and A, we found out how much it costs, and then B, I realized it didn't start till midnight, and I was like,
How much did it cost?
It wasn't that bad. I mean, it was
For what?
$60, but I was
Kill
like, man,
Tony.
I've already paid
Kill Tony.
all these ticket prices and whatever, and then I was like, I'm too old to be going somewhere that starts at midnight. And
Yeah, dude.
yeah, I mean, and what it was the band, the Kill Tony band, was just going to be playing at Brooklyn Bowl,
Uh,
which I mean would have been cool to
it
see.
would have
I'm
been
not,
fun.
I'm
They'd
not.
been partying. You got to probably see Tony,
I mean, I've already done that. We're fine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's a little fella too.
He's little. He's got to be
Yeah.
smart. If he's not the same size as my, man, I swear
remember I
you're
watched a
wrong about
podcast.
how tall he is.
I watched a podcast early on, like one of the first like Burt casts, and it's Tony sitting on a couch and Burt sitting on a chair in like his pool house or whatever. And he's like, "You're a little guy." Tony's like, "Yeah, I weigh like 140 pounds." And Burt said, "I fuck chicks your size." I said,
How tall are you, Nick?
Like 5'9".
No, you're not. You got to be taller than that. How tall are you, Josh?
about the same, 5'9", 5'10".
For some reason, whenever I was standing next to Mark Norman, he looked way smaller than both
He's
of
probably
you.
about our size, mine and Nick's size, I'd say.
He's 5'8", so says Google.
Oh yeah, well, I'm a little taller than him probably.
But when the picture I have with Mark Norman, I make him look like a child.
You're a big dude though. You're not you're not even like 6'1" or 2. You're bigger than that. So like even like next to a guy that's 5'8", a 6 foot tall dude that's a bigger guy looks big. You're like 6'4", 6'5", and what 260?
No, bigger than that, buddy. We're not
Oh,
going.
see, you know what I mean though. Like just dwarf people. I mean, you can literally like stand in front of me and nobody would even know I'm there.
I just hear your leg clacking.
Yeah, they just see that big old hog hanging down. It says Josh Bear.
I'm gonna try to lose
Have
some
to
of these
really
LBs.
look.
I'm gonna try to lose some of these LBs in the next little bit. Since November, having like fractured ankle and then potentially another fractured ankle. I'm tired of just sitting on the couch all the time. So
Since we started this podcast, I went from a 30 waist to a 36 waist in pants.
what's the correlation with the podcast?
I'm getting fat, dude, hanging out with y'all.
We don't even eat when we're we went out to eat Mexican like
I
twice.
stress eat thinking about this podcast all the time. I just stress eat, just Oreo, and phone's going off. I'm like, oh God.
And now you're about to be taking 4 scoops of energy supplement every day.
Be just wound up.
Yeah.
Man, I might learn. I might not even need this prosthetic leg if I take that. I just hop around everywhere. I said, "Do you see Josh? He's running again."
He made his own leg out of a cedar branch.
Yeah, dude's running.
Yeah.
Dude's looking great. He said training for the garden spot trot.
I think he started growing his leg back after switching to
Yeah,
W.
dude started taking W 4 times a day, and his leg is he's getting his knee back.
Yeah. Does Dubby grow back limbs that were amputated? Find out next week.
On.
Episode.
Fine by me.
I think it's been an episode, fellas.
It has
Yeah.
been. Love
I've
y'all.
had a great
Everybody
time.
take it easy.
See
I
ya.
love you. I
Like,
love
comment,
everybody.
subscribe, share it. Hit that like button.
Yeah.
West Coast, shit, shots, ass, one leg, me crack strokes, they're a podcast stream team. Talk